Hi guys, I've been seeing a lot of people graduating, and first off I want to say congratulations. But I've been in the finance industry for over 10 years and I've made millions of dollars, and I've seen so many people make so many mistakes right after graduation, whether that's me doing it myself or other people doing it themselves and regretting it later on. Whether that is credit card debt, student loan debt, not picking the right majors, having poor saving habits, you name it guys. I've seen some of the biggest mistakes that people make is right after graduation. So in today's video guys, I'm going to give you 5 strategies that's going to guarantee you financial success after graduation. Guys, stay tuned. Welcome back to the channel guys. If you're new to the channel, I'm Credit Coach Q, and I created the first cloud-based software that allows you to put your credit repair experience into your own hands. If you're new to the channel, I'm super excited because I have a banger. Today's video, we're going to talk about how to be financially successful after graduation. But before we get into the video, guys, please like, subscribe to the channel. It allows YouTube to push this content to a wider audience and allows us to leave the lights on. Guys, please like and subscribe to the channel. If you have anything derogatory in your credit report, I mean anything negative, charge-offs, late payments, bankruptcies, medical bills, guys, you name it, please go over to creditapprove.com. It's the website and the software that I was telling you about that allows you to put the full experience to your own hands. Guys, people are removing thousands of dollars worth of debt by themselves. They are no longer using credit repair companies. They are putting this information and this experience into their own hands and appreciating on a deeper level. Guys, please go to creditapprove.com, check out the software and start removing these items, guys, if you have anything derogatory on your credit report. Now let's dive straight into the meat and potatoes of this video, guys. Now this video is going to be super informative, so if you are someone that just graduated or looking to actually gain some momentum when it comes to being financially successful, guys, please take some notes in this video because I'm going to give a lot of meat and potatoes. So let's dive straight in. So the first thing you have to understand is that 52% of all college graduates, only 52% of college graduates do not use their college degrees. So I'm saying it wrong, but 52% of college graduates do not use their college degrees, and that is saying a lot because you are spending a lot of money to get those degrees, a lot of time to get those degrees, and most people cannot find jobs in those degrees. So the first thing that you have to understand is making sure that you find the right major. Now I know a lot of people tell you to go to college to do something that you love and pursue, but guys, you have to be methodical in this day and age. College degrees is not as viable as they once were, and if you are going to college, putting yourself in a debt situation, you need to be cognizant of how you're going to pay that debt back, because after you graduate from college or any type of school, you're going to have to pay that debt back, and that is instantly going to put you in a negative debt status. So guys, be cognizant on the degrees. Now when you're looking for your degrees, you should be looking for degrees that is going to basically beat the curve of AI. Now I just seen a video of Elon Musk basically saying that most jobs will be removed by AI in the next 10 to 15 years, and I've been saying that on the channel for quite some time as well, and that is the case. Now I've seen AI systems create houses, build houses. I've seen AI systems work in factories. I've seen AI systems flip burgers. I've seen AI systems represent people in a courtroom as their attorney. I've seen AI take a lot of jobs, and we have just started scratching the surface. So if you are a person that is interested in some type of career, I say that if it can be absorbed by the AI systems, guys, think again before you go into that field. You can always go into a field that you love, but you want to make sure that you're not putting yourself in instant debt type situations as soon as you graduate. Now I know that life typically do not start until you probably graduate from college or whatever trade school or secondary education that you're looking to pursue, but life is going to start as soon as you turn 18. So that goes to the second strategy. The second strategy is credit itself, guys. Getting your credit right is going to be a major foothold on how your future is going to pan out. Now it's a big difference on graduating with a 850 credit score and graduating with a 500 credit score. I mean, the opportunities with the 850 credit score is endless. You can honestly start loaning and leveraging that credit almost instantly to get income and, you know, create passive streams of income just by leveraging your credit. You can do so many different things, whether you want to buy a house, whether you want to start a business that you graduated from, whatever. If you have a perfect credit score going into the graduation phase of your secondary education, you are already primed for success. Now, getting your credit right, I'm gonna give you some tips for that. You want to make sure that if you do get any credit cards, do not spend it. I know you're in college. If you do not have a job, do not get a credit card until you can maintain the responsibility of that credit card, right? You do not get a credit card if you do not have a job. If you have a job and you've been with the job and you make enough money to actually pay the credit card off, let's do it. Now, if you do get a credit card, you want to make sure your utilization stay between 7 to 10%, meaning that every 100 that you get approved for, only spend 7 to 10% of the available. So if you get a $100 credit line, only spend $7 of $10 of that credit line and use it. Make sure you pay it off and make sure your utilization never goes over 50%, because that would automatically drop your score down. Don't ever get a late payment on that credit card, because late payments hold a very large chunk of your score and will bring it down as well. Now, if you have any parents that already have good credit, or you know someone that you trust that have good credit, you can piggyback off their credit cards. It's called authorized users. Ask your mom to become an authorized user on their account. They will not give you access to the money unless you become a primary authorized user. But if you just get a trailer and become, you know, authorized user, that's not going to release a card or any type of capital in your possession. It's really just going to give you all of the data history and apply it to your credit profile. That data history applied to your profile will build as that profile is building. So not only would you get the old data history and payment history and, you know, just having a long lengthy history on a particular credit profile or a particular institution like a Capital One, it's just going to speak volumes and build your credit profile up a lot faster. It's going to give you the credibility that you need. So that goes for any type of credit cards. Try to get an authorized user and stay in the framework of your budget, guys. I know a lot of people, I did it myself. You get credit cards right after you graduate because they give you some money. You think it's free money and you mess it up. Guys, you can get a credit card in college and in 6 months to a year, that $500 credit line can turn into a $50,000 credit line if you nurture it and build your credit properly. So guys, the goal is not to get the $500, $300 secure card, is to actually use that to build up to get the $50,000, $80,000 lines of credit. Now, that goes back to the second. Now, we talked about education, and the third thing that we want to talk about is student loans. Now, like I said in the beginning, the education that you are going to get is going to have to be comprised of high volume right after graduation. So that could be any type of engineering jobs. It can be anything that is into tech. That can be anything like that of the sort. And it also depends on the college, but you want to make sure that you are primed after college. You always want to look forward. You don't not want to be stagnant and just go with the flow, because those years will go by so fast, and the next thing you know, you graduated and you looking up like, I'm broke, I have no money, I'm instantly in debt, and I no one is hiring. So you want to make sure that you are preparing before that day comes, and you will always be successful. Now, the fourth is probably one of the most important, and that is saving. Now, saving is probably the key factor of it all, and the reason why I say that is because you can do good with credit, get a $50,000 credit line, and if you do not understand proper saving habits, you can mess up that $50,000 credit line and get in debt just as fast as you would with student loan debt. So you really just have to make sure that your saving habits is always punctual. So the saving structure typically is 50% go to your essentials, 30% goes to whatever you want, and 20% is going to go to the savings account. Now, that is your monthly income, and that is the most basic way to actually have a framework for saving. Like I said, 50% go to your essentials, 30% go to what you want, and 20% goes to the savings account. Now, the savings account is typically primed for the next strategy, and is not something that you just want to get used to saving. Saving is an old school thing, and a lot of people get stuck into just just saving and saving and saving and not getting financial literacy with the savings, and inflation eat the savings up. If you were to save $1 million from 1970 to now, you would have lost 99% of what that $1 million would have or could have been spent on. So you would have lost 90% of the value of that $1 million within the time frame if you just did nothing but save. So you have to basically put the money into a portfolio, and that brings up to the last but not least strategy, which is building a portfolio. Now that can be comprised of real estate, that can be comprised of stocks, that can be comprised of crypto, that can be comprised of businesses, but you want to make sure that you are looking for a way to build a portfolio. Now, if you want to be a worker, you don't want to be an entrepreneur, that's fine, but I feel honestly that every person on this planet should have a portfolio. Most people that even work have IRAs, they have 401ks and things like that, and those products and those vehicles are all portfolios. They are diversified basically not by the person who owns them, but they are nonetheless a portfolio, and you should always be building your portfolio and be cognizant of your portfolio. And if you have good credit, if you have a good saving habit, and if you have the financial literacy, knowing what type of portfolio you want to build, guys, you have everything needed to be successful right after graduation. So whether you are graduating from trade school or graduating from a 4-year college or a master's degree, whatever, guys, if you take these 5 strategies that I talked to you about and focus on them with pinpoint accuracy like you are with your degree or certificate, guys, you will be successful. I don't care if you are a hairstylist or if you are an engineer or a doctor, whatever, guys, because doctors, lawyers, even the high paying jobs, if you don't have good habits of these 5 strategies, you're going to be in debt for the rest of your life as well. So guys, let me know in the comment section if you have any questions, that I missed anything. What is your experience like after graduation? And if you have any type of specific questions on the 5 strategy, guys, let me know in the comment section. I'm always ears. Until next time, take care of your credit, take care of yourself. Credit Coach Q out. Peace.